Boomers and Zoomers. This month's list is presented by me, myself, and I. But it could not have been done without the amazing community of Bratskis. And what the hell is Bratski, you might say? Well, it means brothers, with a bit of a Serbian and Swedish slang to it. Now today, I will start the list off with a couple of games that actually releases in August, but still doesn't have any set release date. And right after that, we're going through the release date order, starting with August 1st and going down. But at the end, I got a couple of bonuses for you, so don't skip it. Now this, my friends, is one that a lot of us has been waiting for what seems forever. Now, it doesn't have an exact date, but it is coming out this August. Why there is no exact date yet, I don't know, and by the time this video released, there probably will be a date announced, and I will put it in the comments so you don't miss it. Now SPRAWL looks like an amazing time. I've not had a chance to play any of it yet, but judging from what I've seen in both press kits and trailers, this looks to have an insane high quality to it. It tries to do a lot of things in many ways like Titanfall, with some added slow-mo and adrenaline mechanics. But what truly sets this apart is the fact that this is a hardcore experience with a full-blown campaign to it. Now, I don't think it will be as hardcore as, say, Ultra Kill, but somewhere along those lines at least. I just hope that what we're seeing here feels as good as it looks. And the description of the game, it goes like this. SPRAWL is a hardcore retro first-person shooter set in an endless cyberpunk megalopolis. I cannot pronounce that. Escape the walled city and take on the militarized government of the SPRAWL. Fueled by the blood of your enemies and a mysterious voice in your head, make your way towards the spire to topple whatever lays within. And if you're hungry for even more information about what this game is, well, check out my full preview video of it on the channel. Here we have a multiplayer-only game, and as you might know or not know, I am not a huge fan of multiplayer games. However, this one made it to the list due to the fact that it is releasing in August, and it looks right out silly, and I kinda like it. Now, I gotta be honest, I will probably most likely not even play this, but if it piques your interest, then I'll happily say it tries to do some things differently from all the other third-person multiplayer shooters out there. For one, the art style and the characters are unique to say the least, and while in combat, the game actually has some roguelike RNG mechanics to it. Meaning that while you're battling, you can change your loadout to receive that long-awaited rocket launcher at any time. No character is locked to one gun and no match is locked to one loadout. That could really amp up the replayability quite a lot in my ears. And the description, it goes like this. Team up for a battle of epic proportions in this fast-paced PvP third-person shooter with roguelike elements. A host of ridiculous characters, outrageous weapons and potent power-ups await you and your friends. Honestly, sounds like it could be a fun time if multiplayer games is your jam. Here, my friends, we got Randy Blasted 3D. It's one of those that dares to take it so far back that you're not even able to aim up or down, only to the sides. But fear not, as I did get the chance to play the demo of this one, and it's actually really fun. It's like taking Call of Duty Zombies mode, put it in a GC Doom style game, and go wild and crazy. It both feels and plays great, with some really fun upgrades for you to chase after in the Horde mode grind. And it does it so well, it keeps you motivated to just keep on pushing and pushing throughout your playthrough. And the description of the game goes like this. Randy Blasted 3D is a satirical retro-style first-person shooter with deep Twitch integration. Now, I'm not on Twitch, so I don't care about that. But it does offer a custom run builder sandbox. And you get to face off against an evil overlord named Randy and his devoted followers. You get to battle hordes of corrupted beasts and collect Randy's vials of power to bring his reign of terror to an end. Now this, my friends, is a parkour first-person shooter, a little bit like SPRAWL, but I'm getting more Get to the Orange Door vibes from this one. There is a free demo to try this one out if you're not sure if this is for you. However, something sticks out a little from the rest with this one, and that is its stop-motion animations to the guns and the reload animation. Now, I'm not sure I quite like it, but it sure sticks out and it's something that you remember the game instantly for. The movement, it seems to be fluid and work fine, but it's really hard to tell from the trailers here. So I'd recommend give the demo a spin if it's piquing your interest. The description of the game, it goes like this. Voidside is a high-octane parkour first-person shooter in which you jump around locations pulled out of time, unlock powerful new weapons and fight massive hordes of enemies, all while trying to get a high score. And now we got another Void, but this one is called Voidborn. And you can't look at this and not think of Ultra Kill. The art style looks to be an incredibly cool mix of Ultra Kill and demonic magic, with a touch of some really cool and interesting locations. And not only that, but this one also has a free demo, and without ever having played Ultra Kill, I get the feeling that this plays somewhat like it. Leave a comment down below if you tried both games and tell me if I'm right or wrong. However, I do know that Voidborn still differs quite a lot from Ultra Kill, seeing that this is a roguelite FPS, and it's explained like this. Voidborn is a fast-paced roguelite that combines skill-based action and swift movement with roguelite level progression and character customization. You get to rip apart demons with devastating weapon builds and reach as far as possible before you inevitably perish and become reborn stronger than ever. Oh boy, here we go again. This was featured on last month's list as well, but due to it getting delayed about one day after I posted the video, well, it made it to this one as well. I still think this looks very cool, but as I said previously, I am very skeptical about all the scripted scenes and events that seems to take place in the game. I do hope it is a fun ride though and really nails what it sets out to do, as I do think an FPS magical shooter like this is somewhat of a bold move for a AAA game, and I like that they dare to test it. Immortals of Aveum is a single-player first-person magic shooter that tells the story of Jack as he joins an elite order of battle mages to save a world on the edge of abyss. Will you take on the role of Jack or not? Let me know in the comments. Now, I do have a little bit of a weak spot for chaotic top-down hack and slash games like this one, so they tend to make it to the list once one is releasing. Now, I get the feeling that this will play out somewhat like Vampire Survivors, but with more manual control to it, as there seems to be a gazillion enemies on screen at once. And from what I'm getting, it's automatically firing, but you have to aim. Now, I do always get afraid that the bullet dodging is not balanced enough when there is so much chaos at once, but fingers crossed they managed to nail the balance in this one. In this, you will become a master hacker and hack into the digital world, use a variety of weapons and hacking add-ons to create your own combat build and wipe out a disturbing enemy force. Now, this is actually how the description is written. Please enjoy the hack and slash action. Okay, game description, I will please try and enjoy the hacking and slashing action. The sequel to the mid-old school Resident Evil experience is here, Daymare 1994. It has a demo on Steam. I have not tried it, but I did beat Daymare 1998, and while it had its fair share of jank, especially in the cutscenes, it did bring a solid Resident Evil experience that I had a ton of fun with. And if the sequel improves on what they already have, hell, this might actually turn out to be one fantastic freaking game for both Resident Evil fans and not Resident Evil fans. I might actually give this one a spin if there is any interest for it. Let me know down in the comments if you want a review or not on this. The description of the game, well, it goes like this. Daymare 1994 Sandcastle is a third-person story-driven survival horror game prequel to the critically acclaimed Daymare 1998. You get to step into the shoes of Agent Delilah Reyes, a former government spy now in the service of Hades. Unite and prepare to face the true horror. If none of these games actually piqued your interest, well, don't worry, cause I got a ton of other games for you right here.